In American political history, few names evoke the drama of the 1980s like OliverNorth and Fawn Hall. Their involvement in the Iran-Contra affair not only captured the nation's attention, but also left an indelible mark on the political landscape of the time. North, the decorated Marine, and Hall, his poised secretary, became the faces of the Iran-Contra affair, a scandal that rocked the Reagan administration. The affair involved secret arms sales to Iran, with proceeds being funneled to support Contra rebels in Nicaragua, a direct violation of U.S. law. Their story was one of secret operations, blurred lines between patriotism and illegality, and a bond forged in crisis. North and Hall navigated a labyrinth of covert activities, shredding documents and evading scrutiny, all in the name of what they believed was a higher cause. North became a symbol of executive overreach, Hall, an icon of loyalty caught in the machinery of power. Their testimonies before Congress were dramatic, revealing the extent of their involvement and the lengths they went to protect their mission. Their public appearances during the televised hearings captivated millions, but their connection endured long after the cameras stopped rolling. The hearings were a media spectacle, drawing in viewers who were eager to see the unfolding drama and the human faces behind the scandal. Decades later, their surprising union in 2025 reignited public interest, transforming a political scandal into a story of enduring human connection. Their relationship, once defined by secrecy and controversy, evolved into a narrative of resilience and unexpected romance. Their journey from co-conspirators to husband and wife is a testament to the unpredictable power of shared history. It serves as a reminder that even in the most turbulent times, human connections can transcend the chaos, leading to new beginnings and enduring bonds. To understand North and Hall, you need the basics of Iran-Contra, a scandal as complex as any spy novel. The U.S. secretly sold arms to Iran, then funneled the profits to Nicaraguan Contras, violating the Boland Amendment and U.S. law. The operation, run from the National Security Council, aimed to free hostages and fight communism, bypassing legal oversight. When exposed in 1986, the scheme triggered a political firestorm and raised questions about presidential power and secrecy. The public was left wondering how such a rogue operation could happen inside the White House. Into this chaos stepped OliverNorth and Fawn Hall, soon to become the scandal's most recognizable faces. At the heart of the Iran-Contra affair stood Lieutenant Colonel OliverNorth, a decorated Marine officer whose actions would forever alter the course of American political history. North was not just a participant, he was the driving force behind the clandestine operation, orchestrating a complex web of arms deals and covert funding that spanned continents and defied official policy. His military discipline and unwavering sense of duty made him both a formidable operator and a controversial figure, as he navigated the murky waters of international intrigue from deep within the corridors of power. North was far more than a mere functionary. He was the architect of a secret initiative, running a global network from his modest White House office. Surrounded by maps, classified documents, and a small circle of trusted aides, he coordinated efforts that reached from Central America to the Middle East, all while maintaining a veneer of normalcy within the Reagan administration. His ability to operate in the shadows, balancing loyalty to his superiors with his own convictions, set him apart as a central player in this high-stakes drama. By his side throughout the operation was Fawn Hall, who served not just as a secretary, but as a trusted confidant and indispensable ally. Hall was privy to every secret, every risk, and every decision that shaped the course of the affair. Her loyalty to North, and her willingness to shoulder the burdens of secrecy, made her an essential part of the inner circle, and her presence would prove critical as the operation unfolded. Hall managed sensitive communications, handled classified documents, and became an integral part of the operation's day-to-day activities. She was often the last line of defense, ensuring that incriminating evidence was hidden or destroyed when necessary. Her actions, both bold and discreet, would later become a focal point in the investigation, highlighting the crucial role she played behind the scenes. The partnership between North and Hall was built on mutual trust and a shared sense of mission. Each believed they were serving a higher cause, justifying extraordinary risks in the name of national security. Their professional bond, forged in secrecy and tested by adversity, became a symbol of the lengths to which individuals would go when convinced they were acting for the greater good. Together, they navigated a world of secrecy, deception, and constant danger, never fully aware that their actions would soon be exposed to the harsh light of public scrutiny. The stakes were high, and every decision carried the weight of potential scandal, yet they pressed on, driven by conviction and a sense of duty. As the Iran-Contra affair unraveled, the professional bond between North and Hall became the subject of intense speculation and media frenzy. Their roles in the scandal would be dissected by journalists, politicians, and the public alike, forever linking their names to one of the most controversial chapters in American history. As the Iran-Contra affair unraveled, panic set in at the White House. North and Hall raced to destroy evidence, feeding incriminating documents into a paper shredder that became infamous. When the shredder jammed, they called in repairs. Time was running out. Hall went further, smuggling key memos out of the building in her boots, a move that made her a central figure in the cover-up. Her actions, driven by loyalty, would have lasting consequences for both. The attempt to erase the truth became as damaging as the original scheme. The image of Hall hiding documents became a symbol of the desperate lengths taken to conceal the scandal. The summer of 1987 brought something new to American living rooms. The congressional hearings on the Iran-Contra affair, broadcast live and watched by millions. Suddenly, politics became a national spectacle, and the country was riveted. At the heart of it all stood OliverNorth, a Marine lieutenant colonel whose every word and gesture were scrutinized by the public and the press. Dressed in his crisp Marine uniform, North cut a striking figure as he faced tough questions from lawmakers. He defended his actions with unwavering confidence, insisting that he acted out of patriotism and loyalty to his country. North painted himself as a loyal soldier, caught in a web of conflicting orders, forced to choose between following the law and serving what he believed was the greater good. North's boldness and charm quickly captured the imagination of the public. The media dubbed the phenomenon Olimania, as supporters rallied behind him, waving signs and cheering outside the hearing room. For many Americans, North became a symbol of defiance and conviction, a folk hero who stood up to authority in the name of principle. But North wasn't the only one in the spotlight. Fawn Hall, his loyal secretary, took the stand and captivated viewers with her poise and vulnerability. She admitted to shredding and smuggling documents, describing her actions with a mix of honesty and regret that made her instantly memorable. Hall's testimony included a line that would echo for years: "Sometimes you have to go above the written law." With those words, she summed up the moral ambiguity at the heart of the scandal and gave voice to the conflicted loyalties of everyone involved. The hearings offered Americans a rare, unfiltered look into the secret corridors of power. They revealed not just the details of covert operations, but the personal struggles, ambitions, and rationalizations of those who carried them out. The drama unfolding on live television was as much about human nature as it was about politics. Overnight, North and Hall became household names, modern political celebrities whose every move was analyzed and debated. Their faces appeared on magazine covers and nightly news broadcasts, and their testimonies sparked heated conversations in homes and workplaces across the country. The spectacle of the hearings left an indelible mark on the American psyche. It changed the way the public viewed government, exposing both the power and the vulnerability of those who serve at the highest levels. Decades later, the images and stories from that summer still linger. The roles North and Hall played in those hearings forever shaped how America remembered them, and how the nation understood the complex dance between loyalty, law, and conscience. After the hearings, the legal battle began. Fawn Hall, whose testimony was crucial, received immunity in exchange for her cooperation, avoiding prosecution. OliverNorth faced 16 felony charges and was convicted on 3 counts, including obstruction and destruction of documents. He received probation, community service, and a hefty fine. Briefly, it seemed justice had been served. But North's convictions were overturned on appeal, as the court ruled his trial was tainted by his immunized congressional testimony. With a fair retrial impossible, all charges were dropped. North walked free, his legal saga as dramatic as the scandal itself. The outcomes highlighted the complexities of prosecuting political crimes entangled with national security. In the aftermath, North and Hall took divergent paths. North embraced his notoriety, becoming a conservative commentator, author, and even running for Senate. He remained a public figure, later leading the National Rifle Association, always courting controversy and attention. Hall, in contrast, sought anonymity, moving to California, briefly modeling and avoiding the spotlight. She married Danny Sugarman, manager of The Doors, and lived quietly until his death in 2005. Hall rarely spoke of her past, determined to build a life beyond the scandal. North built a career on his legacy. Hall worked to escape hers. Their post-scandal lives reflected two very different responses to fame and infamy. In 2025, nearly 40 years after Iran-Contra, North and Hall shocked the world by marrying in Virginia. The news, first reported by Michael Isaacoff, reignited fascination with their shared past. North, recently widowed, and Hall, a widow herself, had always denied any romance during the scandal. Their marriage prompted speculation. Was this a new love, or the culmination of a decades-old bond? The public reacted with surprise and nostalgia, revisiting the drama of the 1980s. The couple remained private, offering little comment and fueling further intrigue. Their union transformed a political partnership into a personal one, rewriting the ending to their story. The image of North and Hall, once co-conspirators, now husband and wife, invited a fresh look at their legacy. The North Hall saga endures because it's more than a political scandal. It's a human drama. Their story raises timeless questions about loyalty, duty, and the blurry line between patriotism and lawlessness. The Iran-Contra affair remains a cautionary tale, but North and Hall's journey fascinates us on a personal level. Their televised testimonies were about conviction as much as facts, making them archetypes in a uniquely American narrative. Their recent marriage reframes the story as a long, unconventional love affair. It reminds us that history's players are real people, with private lives and unexpected chapters. Even decades later, we're drawn to their story, a scandalous, enduring, and very human love story.